Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna everybody. So what we will do today?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
So let us focus something. We have Radhashtami coming on Sunday. It's a very big event. I don't know, nearby, those who are from Mangaluru, you can come. From Bangalore, those who have an opportunity, you can come. But I was just yesterday, somebody was telling me, Tulu department, how so many of the friends, they all go to Tirupati for service. They go in big groups and they just distribute prasadam there. So in the same way, try to develop the service spirit that, is good for you. That once in a year we come, not for that yearly function is for that time we don't have opportunity, but once in a year we come. Maybe come for a few days, at least a weekend or a week is best, and few friends together. You live in the same area and come for doing service. That's really nice because more the service is there, more you will feel advancement. Okay? We become devotees by service, not only by Shravanam and Kirtanam. Nobody can do Shravanam Kirtanam 24 hours. We have to do service rest of the day. So we do go here and there. Every family goes once in a 6 months somewhere. So come here at least on a weekend. And also the children's also, the family get a chance to get exposed to devotion life. Okay. Chalo, so what I've thought what we will do is that we will meditate on Radhashtami. Is Radha Tattva is extremely difficult to understand. Even our own, the nearest cousin, Madhvas, they have no understanding. No means no. They think Radharani is imagination. And they say like that. They even say like that very offensively. And even Shiva Vaishnavas have no understanding of Radharani. These are like the nearest for us, or Vaishnavas. So it's a very, very confidential thing, Radharani. And even for us, we cannot understand to the level we will like to hearing, Radha Krishna Leela that has been barred by Srila Prabhupada. In fact, whenever we see that people should first hear Gita, then Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, really we wonder actually what's wrong because Chaitanya Charitamrita is the sweetest of the book. It is because they cannot hear about Radharani. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but Krishna in the mood of Radharani, and people do not have the capacity. So therefore, to a new person, we don't say you come here Chaitanya Charitamrita because he will not be able to understand. But for you all, please hear with respect. Do not throw me into some hell for offenses. We hear with respect. This is from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are getting an opportunity. Even in the Bhagavatam, it is, even Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra could not understand one word because in his heart there was some ill wish for somebody, the Pandavas. So in our heart, if we have ill wish for somebody, please remove it. Forget Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can't even hear Gita. Even if you hear Gita, it's of no use because Dhritarashtra could not benefit from any word or understand anything. And the Bhagavatam that directly says, Dharma projata kaitavatra paramo nirmasaranam satam, nirmasara. Prabhupada says one of the qualification of a Vaishnava is he doesn't feel ill for masara means we feel negative for somebody. Never feel negative for anybody in your heart. Even Dhruva Maharaj's mother, when Dhruva Maharaj wanted to go, so he heard those words of Surichi, his heart was paining. First instruction she gave, never feel ill in your heart for anybody. Don't do that. That's not a gentleman. Forget about spiritual. That's not a gentleman. So Masara, though the Masara is there in his heart, he is not qualified to even hear Bhagavatam. In fact, in the different qualifications which are given in the Shastra for an advanced devotee, one of the qualification is free from tendency to criticize other. Like we had a long session on deity worship. One of the realization Prabhuji again and again, no complaint. Never complain for somebody. Okay, we wish well. What we can do? Sometimes we advise, they don't hear, and they lose their spiritual life. But we don't feel ill will. Karta nahi hai. अरे ठीक है. Don't feel ill will for somebody. That's very, very inauspicious. That put us down. That person will continue on his own spiritual life. But why you want to go down? So no ill will, not feeling bad for somebody, wishing well. And then only somebody will be ready to take your advice. When you do not wish well for somebody, why will he listen to you? Obvious, no? Common sense. Would you take advice of somebody who doesn't wish you well? Huh? Just like even recently, Indian Prime Minister, he refuses to talk to Trump because he says he's not a well-wisher. He's not talking. I will not listen. So this is politics. These people are not standard people at all. Politician mean politician. But an example, people do not want to listen unless they feel other person is a well-wisher. So unless you develop that quality of being a well-wisher, why do you think people will come and take advice from you? That's not true. Okay, so this quality is very important even for hearing Bhagavatam. Now, when you're going to hear Chaitanya Charitamrita, you have to have great respect for Radha Krishna because Chaitanya Charitamrita is what? Krishna in a mood of Radharani. So please be careful, hear with great care. Do not drag Radharani, drag Radha Krishna down to the level of, the debauchee boy and girl relationship in this world. Radharani is Adi Lakshmi. She is the origin even of Lakshmi, even of Rukmani. She is the origin. All other gopis are just her expansion. Okay. And so this open class, therefore, I'm mostly looks like we don't have a case like that. But a warning, please be careful. And just like Krishna is Adi Narayana, mostly generally people's understanding is that Krishna is an expansion, an incarnation of Vishnu. He is not. He is not avatar, he is avatari. The same way, Radharani is not an expansion of Rukmini. Rukmini is an expansion of Radharani. Even Lakshmi is an expansion of Radharani. As Krishna expands in different moods and different forms, Radharani accompanies. Okay? So, with that, I hope everybody is ready. With that respect and understanding, we will try to understand Radha Krishna Leela. So, I was thinking from where to start. Chaitanya Charitamrita itself is the authority on this. And the fourth chapter in Adi Lila talks about internal reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Previous to that is external reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. What is the external reason he wants to inaugurate the Nama Sankirtana in this world? And the up-tin references are available in the Shastra for that. Is available. Kalau Sankirtana Arambe Bhavishyami Sachi Sutaha. The son of Mother Sachi, Lord came and Kali Yuga. Okay, this is very clear. And Mayapure Navadipe Bhavisami, it come in the place called Mayapura. So all this is there, very clear. Uh, and then, in fact, the second chapter in the Chaitanya Charitamrita is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But you read the chapter, the whole chapter talks about Krishna being, because first he has to establish Krishna is the Supreme Personality. That itself is not there. People think Vishnu is the Hari Sarvottam, as many Vaishnavas say. But you ask them who is that Hari, they don't know to whom it refers. Generally, it's Vishnu. They're not able to identify that actually Krishna is not an incarnation, he's an avatari. So he spends a lot of time going a lot of shloka, the famous shloka of Bhagavatam, Ete Cham se kalapam sa Krishna su Bhagavan. So he gives Prabhupada gives an elaborate purport to that. And Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explains this verse itself to establish from the authority of the Shastra that actually Krishna is the origin, not even Vishnu or Narayana. He is the origin. So he spends the second chapter, first chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about Guru. Because first thing to understand in spiritual life is Guru. Guru means I agree that I am under guidance. That's great. If you can have that step, then spiritual life starts. And the second, I'm in the shelter of an acharya. I'm under the guidance, shelter, surrender principles which we have in about 6 principles of surrender. They are actually first applied to Guru. Not do anything which is displeasing except what is pleasing. Be all under the guidance and protection, always meek and humble in front of the spiritual master, have no desire other than desire to serve the spiritual master. So this is principle of surrender actually to Krishna is in air. Is in air and nobody follows that. Guru is aware actually these principles are applied. Then we can say we are actually beginning our spiritual life. So therefore, the first chapter explains the principle of Guru Tattva. It's not easy. Very just like we talk about Radha Tattva, Shakti Tattva, very difficult to understand. Guru Tattva is also very difficult to understand. Just imagine so much to learn. Ask the idiots in society today, Gita means do your duty. They remain an idiot whole your life. So much there to learn, so much to study, to understand. So the first chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita will focus on Guru Tattva. The second chapter, Krishna Tattva, explains how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he spends whole time explaining how actually Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in the end says, same Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's all. Even in the chapter of Nityananda Prabhu, he explained Nityananda Tattva. He says, actually, Balaram position is very wonderfully the first expansion of Krishna. He is actually Vishnu Tattva. He is the origin rather of Vishnu Tattva. Also, Krishna then expands to Balaram. The rest expansion happened of Balaram. So explains about Balaram, whole chapter. At the end, same Balaram and Nityananda Prabhu. Just one line. That's it. So similarly, the second chapter talks about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Supreme Personality, Godhead. And the third chapter talks about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, external reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance. Right? So that is external. Therefore, unless you read the Adi Lila, you cannot properly understand the pastimes of the Lord, which primarily begin from Madhya Lila. Some pastimes are there at the end of Adi Lila also. Okay. So now the third chapter talks about how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu external reasons appear to start Nama Sankirtana. Okay. Now the fourth chapter, which we will study today, talks about confidential reasons why Lord Chaitanya appeared. Now this is very, very confidential. So confidential that you will not even get reference in the Shastra of it. It's very, very confidential. Okay? This is not easy. Forget about other Vaishnava Sampradayas, they cannot even understand how Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga to start Nama Sankirtan. They cannot understand. It's not in there. Adhikara is not there. That adhikara, you need adhikara to understand. You have to take shelter of an acharya in that sampradaya. But confidential reasons, oh wow. You can even talk, people will not forget about understanding. It's beyond. It's beyond. So imagine how fortunate Srila Prabhupada has made us. How fortunate he has made us. Just try to understand this point. How fortunate you have become. Forget about even ABCD of even understanding that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Society does not know. Like now, Ganesh Puja is coming, Ganesh is God. So what you can do? You can waste your million hours, no use. They will not read Shastra, they will not listen to any Acharya. Some khichidi pichidi will go on. Establishing Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, even beyond the Vishnu. Oh, this will be very, imagine we have been made fortunate at that degree. And then to understand that Krishna came in Chaitanya Kali Yuga as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to start Nama Sankirtana, very, 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 very rare to get that opportunity. And even more beyond that, that actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has confidential reasons and it is Krishna coming in the mood of Radharani. Cannot imagine how fortunate you are if you are able to have full faith in that. Not only you are just theoretically hearing. And where did you get it? By service. And but I say you come once in a year, do some service. No, I have, in my house, one picture, I do some service. I do. We can do. Yeah, no matter how much fortune is there, if I just do some service. So only because of service. Shushusho Sadadhanasya Vasudeva Katha Ruchihi. Shan Mahatsevaya Vipra Punna Shokaneshana. Whenever I discuss with my colleagues and I ask them where I can improve, they say this is the point. You made your devotees into kind of scholars. They have no appetite for service. Please do not even give them diksha, or even they should not enter Bhakti Shastri course. That we have to improve now. They should not, they are useless. If their attitude of service has not come, then I should do some service. What do they use? What bhakti mean? Bhakta means service. Prabhupada translate bhakti as devotional service, but not even interested in doing service. It's not for us. It's good for people to think, I want to do some service. In fact, that is how people advance. And I don't want to glorify myself, but whenever I used to go to temple in Bangalore, whenever I used to learn, Prabhuji, is there any service there? And we used to feel very fortunate if that gets service. And then after some time, somebody, Abba, main mila tha kya? Koi aur nahi mila tha. So this is the kind of attitude, if it develops, that's a sign of fall down, about to fall down. Because if you don't feel privileged that I got an opportunity to do service, just like if you get some gold in your hand, you'll throw it away because you don't feel value. So unless we have the value, we got a chance because it is Krishna who chooses whom he serves. See, just it's like Srila Prabhupada was in America, he was traveling, meeting so many people. So somebody said, so many people met Srila Prabhupada and therefore ISKCON movement started. It is who are fortunate. If it was not ABCD, it will be DEF. If it is not DEF, it will be GHI. He is not dependent on anybody. Who got the who took the opportunity? He had come for that. He's the Senapati. He had come for that. He's going to start his movement. If it is not ABC, it is DEF. And we see in the history of ISKCON 50 years, so many people are there. There's so many big leaders also. They disappeared after some time because they forgot the value of devotional service. Some even lost the conclusions of Shastra into something giji-biji. Okay, so feel very fortunate that we are going to hear. I'll just give a brief introduction that we got to hear, opportunity to hear Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Adi Leela, 4th chapter, the most confidential chapter. What is the most confidential chapter? Thank you, Prabhuji. The why does Lord Chaitanya appear? So very, very confidential. And because of hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, because of chanting Hare Krishna mantra, you already got some faith that I do agree. But see, are we flowing in the love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? It is said that if you hear Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira, when day will come when I chant name of Lord Chaitanya and hairs raise on my body. That doesn't come because I'm not qualified for that. Adhikara is not there. We may say people do not have adhikara to hear, to accept this fact that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the appearance of Krishna in the mood of Radharani. At least we got that adhikara. But every adhikara goes higher and higher. Go next, no? Krishna is ready to give you that. Shayan Mahasevaya. But you have to do some service. Do some service to Srila Prabhupada. Then what will happen? You get adhikara to understand more and more and do something. Apply the principle of surrender to Srila Prabhupada and do something. The Prabhupada is to oh, so wonderful. You've done something. So now let us enter Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's confidential truth. But to drink it, you have to chant nicely, and chanting nicely is not the only service. There are so many services you have to do. Okay. Yes, Mataji, we will read from here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. The
No,
confidential
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me connect you to our computer. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The confidential reasons for the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this chapter of the epic Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami has stressed that Lord Chaitanya appeared for three principal purposes of his own. The first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental law of Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna is the reservoir of transcendental loving transactions with Srimati Radharani. The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord himself, and Radharani is the object. Thus, the subject, the Lord, wanted to relish the loving mellow in the position of the object Radharani. The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime, and to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani. The third reason that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. The Lord thought that undoubtedly Radharani enjoyed his company and he enjoyed the company of Radharani, but the exchange of transcendental mellow between the spiritual couple was more pleasing to Srimati Radharani than to Sri Krishna. Radharani felt more transcendental pleasure in the company of Krishna than he could understand without taking her position. But for Sri Krishna to enjoy in the position of Srimati Radharani was impossible because that position was completely foreign to him. Krishna is a transcendental male and Radharani is a transcendental female. Therefore, to know the transcendental pleasure of loving Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna himself appeared as Lord Chaitanya, accepting the emotion and bodily luster of Srimati Radharani.
Okay, so you all heard there are three reasons now. The first reason is to understand the love, Radharani's love for him. Okay. Number two was the transcendental sweetness. What are the qualities in me that she's always attracted to? Okay. And third, whenever okay. So whenever there is the Radha Krishna Leela, the Radharani seems to be more happy than me. Just like you go to meet your friend, he's so happy to see you. Really, why is he so happy? What is that happiness he's experiencing? And number two, what are the qualities in me she's always enchanted by? And how does she love me so much? Okay, three things. Mota mota. Because the first one was the love. Okay. So the subject, the Lord wanted to understand the object. See, I love something. I love this. Something you love. You want to understand that object. The subject, Krishna wants to understand the object Radharani. Why does she love you so much? Number one. Number two, what are the qualities in Krishna she's always enchanted by? Number three, she feels so much happiness when she's with me. I really wonder. It is said that she feels maybe 10 times more happy than Krishna when she's doing service. And Krishna, really, and in fact, that's how the spiritual world is. At the end of the day, you want happiness. Sometimes you don't understand why it is dasa, dasa, anudasa, dasa, anudasa, dasa, anu. Prabhupada said, as much you can go, that is better. And that is a spiritual world. But in the material world, we don't have this thing. Material world means we should boss around, then we advance. That's what we, from childhood, we have this brainwashing. But in the spiritual life, as we advance, we are not advanced now, but as we advance, servitude gives more happiness. Huh? Yes. Therefore, the Guru Parampara is also dasa, dasa, anu, dasa, dasa, anu, dasa, dasa, anu, dasa. We are servants. So nobody tries to, in a parampara, try to surpass the previous acharya. Never. Why? Because they feel the bliss of being under the shelter. Yeah, when, Shukadeva Goswami is speaking, the celebrities, all the great sages, including Narada, Vedavyas, all are sitting and listening. Why? We don't like to listen to anybody. Why are they listening? Voluntarily, they come under his shelter because that's spiritual and they're enjoying, relishing. It's definitely there is a level of servitude. In fact, servitude begins when somebody tries to listen to somebody. Otherwise, how it cannot be artificial. But you see here what's happening. Shukamuni is speaking, and even Narad Muni is. But Shukamuni is naturally spiritually advanced. So spiritually advanced. In fact, once I was reading the Shastra, I read Sukadeva Goswami in Shantarasa. I said, well, wait a minute. He then Shantarasa to the Lord, and even Narad Muni looks to be higher than that. Vedavyasa, why they are listening? Sir, he is the parent of Radharani, that Shantarasa. He knows all the Leela of Radha. He is witness to all the Leelas of Radha Krishna. He is not ordinary personality. Very, very extraordinary personality. Okay? So anyway, so similarly, voluntarily we go and develop a desire to serve. And that's what, makes everything so wonderful. I remember we were in Bangalore, so we had gone little infected with Ritik philosophy. So when finally, how much, 15 years something, I met my Guru Maharaj. So maybe 99, we got disconnected. At 2014, I went to meet him. And I asked him just one question. Can you tell about Prabhupada? And he spoke 1 hour with his heart, putting so much energy and speaking with even with that help. And by hearing, I could understand he loves Prabhupada. That's it. Over. Over. He said, yes, we will come under his shelter. He said, what? He said, no, we will all come under your shelter and we will serve. So, no, where is unless you hear, where is an opportunity to serve? There is no opportunity, no chance. It will not begin also. Okay? So, therefore, hearing is the first step of service. So you see the Srila Prabhupada, anyway, so Shravanam, Kirtanam, the Navavida Bhaktis are there, and hearing is the first element of that. So the first thing is the love, the second thing is the unimaginable qualities, and what is the third thing? And the so much happiness. So in the spiritual world, Krishna is very happy, but Radharani is many more times more happy in service to Krishna. And not only that, the gopis which are assisting Radha Krishna Leela are 10 times more happy than Radharani. And the Sakhis who assist the gopis in service, so at the end you want happiness, so go down, don't go up. To the extent that even Balaramji wants to taste this pleasure of service to Krishna. In fact, all the Vishnu Tattvas are also in a mood of service to Krishna, including starting from Balaram. And forget even Balaram, even Krishna wants to taste this pleasure of service to him, and that is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's really wondering how much happy these people are in service. What's, and particularly Radharani, who is his eternal concern. Oh, she's so happy in my service. So therefore, this is a very beautiful spiritual word, but this consciousness cannot be understood in the material domain, where one wants to be, wow, how is he to order me like that? That's material world. Okay. But in the spiritual domain, it's a different picture altogether. Okay. Yes, Mataji, third reason is over, now continue.
Lord
So we
Chaitanya,
have, so it's fine, everybody. We will have 5-6 days. We will, so today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 days we go, try to understand. So no need to hurry up. We will try to understand this Radha Tattva.
Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to fulfill these confidential desires and also to preach the special significance of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and to answer the call of Advaita Prabhu. These were secondary reasons.
So the previous chapter has gone to see, just like you go somewhere, you say, I'm going somewhere, say, you want to come to Mangalore and your family doesn't agree, you go to ISKCON. So you create some official work. Like recently, somebody had come, one of our devotees, a Telugu department, he has come to Mangalore for official work to part of his, the company's business. But the real purpose was actually to meet us. So there is official and external and internal reason. So external reason was to start the Nama Sankirtana. The two of the reasons are put here. External reason was because Advaita Acharya prayed for him. These are the external reasons. But internal reason was something else. Okay.
Sri Swarupa Damodara Goswami was the principal figure among Lord Chaitanya's confidential devotees. The records of his diary have revealed these confidential purposes of the Lord. These revelations have been confirmed by the statements of Srila Rupa Goswami in his various prayers and poems.
So Sarup Damodar Goswami was, you can say the most intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, apart from Nityananda Prabhu. Most first really Nityananda Prabhu, obviously, Pancha Tattva. And the Saru Damodar was serving him as a most intimate way. Ramananda Raya, you can see there are very, very intimate associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if you study all this, anybody can see God Ganodesh Deepika and see who is Sarup Damodar. These are all personalities from Radha Krishna Leela. See, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to taste the love of Radha to Krishna, so the Radharani's associates come and join. So there are all the associates, they're all, the first Sakhis, Ashta Sakhis generally, like that.
This chapter also specifically describes the difference between lust and love. The transaction of Krishna and Radha are completely different from material lust. Therefore, the author has very clearly distinguished between them.
So we should be careful. That is the mistake. Prabhupada first thing points out that what we see in this world between man and woman is not love, that is lust. Low class lust. Like you will see a dog on the streets is attracted to a she dog on the street. That is all the love in this world is. Movie mein bol ke aate na, pyar ho gaya, pyar. It's all low level calm, not pyar. So this word is running. Maithuna agaraha is around the running around the desire of lust. But there is something else in the spiritual world. That's not lust, that is love. But because we are infected with this lust, it is we are debarred from even hearing the pastimes of lust because Atamat manate jagat. When we hear Krishna is dancing, there's so many gopis, like me is also enjoying the movement. Even a trace of doubt on that, don't touch, don't read. Don't read. Prabhupada says that if you're reading Radha Krishna Leela and your heart is getting disturbed by lust, please stop reading immediately. You'll go to hell because that's what you will do. Shri Shri Radha Govinda ki jai. Okay? Mataji, you know Bengali very well, no? Correct?
No, Prabhuji, I don't know Bengali.
You don't know Bengali? You're in
No.
Bangladesh? Huh? Chalo. So you can, I thought you know Bengali. No? You don't know Bengali?
No, Prabhuji, no.
Anybody knows Bengali here in this assembly? Raise your hand. I don't know. Puja Vrinda Mataji. You don't know. You cannot read Bengali. No. Anybody?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can't read, but I can talk.
No.
I can talk, I can
No. We
listen
want a
also.
Bengali. We want a
Okay,
Bengali.
okay.
ये भी है बंगाली नहीं इधर कोई बंगाली नहीं है रेज हैंड 1 2 3 4 5 6 नहीं वो तो जानते हैं नहीं इसमें ढूंढ रहे हैं उसमें आवाज आने का कोई नहीं है Ko Hadar, you are Bengali?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Why you are hiding? We are asking, no? So, okay. So the verses are coming. So you chant the Bengali, okay? You can see it is in Bengali written. Now this is okay. 1 or 2 verses will be Sanskrit verses. This is Sanskrit verse, but generally most of the verses. And the tune has to be in the same tune. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So the same tune, the verses have to be fine. Okay? Okay. This is a Sanskrit verse I'll read. Shri Chaitanya Prasadena Tadrupasya Vinayam Balo Api Kurute Shastram Drishtva Vraja Vilasinaha. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Vraja, according to the vision of the revealed scripture. Yes, Mataji.
Purport. One can ascertain the meaning of this Sanskrit shloka only when one is endowed with the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Shri Krishna, being the absolute personality of Godhead, cannot be exposed to the mundane instruments of vision. He reserves the right not to be exposed by the intellectual feats of non-devotees. Notwithstanding this truth, even a small child can easily understand Lord Shri Krishna and his transcendental pastimes in the land of Vrindavana by the grace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes. Mataji, start.
Jayo Jayo Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jayo Advaita Chandra Jayo Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yes. Now, Priti Mataji, you read the translation purpose. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. All glory to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glory to Lord Nityananda, all glory to Sri Advaita Acharya, and all glory to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes, Mataji. Bengali.
চতুর্থ শ্লোকের অর্থকে কইল বিবরণ, পঞ্চম শ্লোকের অর্থ শুনো ভক্তগণ।
I have described the meaning of the fourth verse. Now, O devotees, kindly hear the explanation of the fifth verse.
So what happens? Why this fourth, fifth? What is happening in the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita? First, I think around 14 verses were in Sanskrit composed by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And in whole Adi Lila, one by one, he takes those verses. Some verses are talking about, I told you, each chapter is just, whole chapter is expansion of one verse. Okay? So even though he's so elderly, he composed some verses in Sanskrit, but rest of the book is actually in Bengali.
মূল শ্লোকের অর্থ করিতে প্রকাশ, অর্থ লাগাইতে আগে কহিয়ে আভাস।
Just to explain the original verse, I shall first suggest its meaning.
চতুর্থ শ্লোকের অর্থ এই কইল সার, প্রেম নাম প্রচারিতে এই অবতার।
I have given the essential meaning of the fourth verse. This incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, descends to propagate the chanting of the holy name and spread love of God.
সত্য এই হেতু কিন্তু এহ বৈরাঙ্গ, আর এক হেতু শুনো আছে অন্তরঙ্গ।
Although this is true, this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. Please hear one other reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. Purport. In this third chapter, fourth verse, it has been clearly said that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in order to distribute love of Krishna and the chanting of his transcendental holy name, Hare Krishna. That was the secondary purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. The real reason is different, as we shall see in this chapter.
Okay, so you understand we have been talking about external reasons. You may come to Mangalore for some official work. The internal reason you came actually to take darshan of Radha Govinda. Okay?
Mataji?
Purvai.
পূর্বে কেন পৃথিবীর ভার হরিবারে, কৃষ্ণ অবতীর্ণ হইল শাস্ত্রেতে প্রচারে।
The scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna previously descended to take away the burden of the earth. Mataji?
স্বয়ং ভগবানের কর্ম নাম নহে ভার হরণে, স্থিতিকর্তা বিষ্ণু করেন জগৎ পালনে।
To take away this burden, however, is not the work of Supreme Personality of Godhead. The maintainer, Lord Vishnu, is the one who protects the universe.
So this work of actually, Yedai Dharma when Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, actually that is Vishnu's work, not, Krishna means it includes Vishnu. Dharma Samsthapanarthaya, TV they sing loudly. Actually, that is not Krishna's work. Krishna doesn't come for that. He comes just to, he doesn't even kill the demons. He just plays flute and plays with his devotees. But this is not higher understanding, but general understanding. Yada dharmasya glani, Krishna doesn't come for that. That Krishna need not come for that. That Vishnu can do the job. Why Krishna has to do that job? Okay? This is already one expansion has been entrusted with this work. Shirodakshay Vishnu. He is the manager of this universe. It is his work. Krishna doesn't have to do this work.
Mataji?
কিন্তু কৃষ্ণের যেই হয় অবতার কাল, ভার হরণ কাল তাতে হইল মিশাল।
But the time to lift the burden of the world mixed with the time for Lord Krishna's incarnation. We have information from Bhagavad Gita that the Lord appears at particular intervals to adjust to time-owned spiritual culture. Lord Shri Krishna appeared at the end of Dwapara Yuga to regenerate the spiritual culture of human society and also to manifest his transcendental pastimes. Vishnu is the authorized Lord who maintains the created cosmos, and he is also the principal deity who makes adjustments when there is improper administration in the cosmic creation. But Sri Krishna, being the primeval Lord, appears not in order to make such administrative adjustments, but only to exhibit his transcendental pastimes and thus attract the fallen souls back home, back to
So
Godhead.
try to understand this point. Even Lord Krishna came just to have fun with Mother Yashoda, the gopis, the gopas. He came only for that purpose. Other purposes is other incarnations can do. Krishna, therefore, is very rare. Krishna comes once in a day of Vishnu. Once in a day of Brahma. Once, only once. In a day of Brahma, there are 1,000 times the Lord is appearing, thousand, not thousand, unlimited, 1,000 times, Dwapar Yuga is coming. And so many other yugas. In every cycle, there are so many avatars are coming. But Krishna does not come. Krishna comes only once in a day of Brahma. And you see, imagine the day of Brahma is, 4 billion years. 4.32 billion is a day, 4.32 the night. So 8.64 billion years. Just put 8.64 billion years, and in that you put 125 years. It is invisible. Just like in a day, your day you have how many seconds? You just calculate. This will not be even 1 second of your day. Just calculate. You can do your calculations. 60 seconds in a minute, then in an hour, you have 3,600. And how many seconds, in a 24 hours, you calculate these many seconds I have. And just now take the same ratio. You divide 125 by 8.64 billion years. And in that, similarly, if that is the ratio, just imagine if I have a day of so many seconds, how many seconds of the appearance of Krishna? It will be not even a moment. Not even a moment. So actually, in fact, if you look in that way, we are almost contemporaries of Krishna, because just now Krishna appeared from Brahma. Not just now. Just now. You are just Brahma was you just contemporary. Just now he came. Just now he came. For us, 5,000 years is very big. But otherwise, for Brahma, it is 8.64 billion years. Just now. And today, to this day, we have people talk about, you go to Vrindavan, you go to Mathura, still people are worship. Still that effect has not gone away. Still people are worshipping. We have, Dwaraka, people are so devotees of Krishna. Whole Gujarat, Rajasthan, people are so devoted. Correct? We can see that. So Krishna is very, very rare. And Krishna does not come for killing all this business. He came, external reason for Lord Krishna's appearance was what is given in Bhagavad Gita. Yada yada hi dharmasya. And they put band as if they understood Krishna. Krishna did not come for that. That's the external reason revealed in Bhagavad Gita. The real internal reason, Krishna did not come for that. And in Bhagavad Gita, that reason is not revealed. Not revealed. That's an ABCD book. But in Bhagavatam, it is revealed. Actually, Krishna came to have pastimes with Mother Yashoda. If somebody else would have come, Mother Yashoda will not be satisfied. Only he had to come. Yes, I gave some examples so many times. Suppose you have your birthday, and on your birthday, suppose a friend sends a gift. What do you say? I don't want your gift. Why you didn't come? Just an example. Okay. So similarly, actually, why I didn't go? Okay, so Krishna comes because Mother Yashoda will not be satisfied by any other incarnations. She will not. And he goes forced by the love of Mother Yashoda. He goes forced by the love of Radharani. He goes forced by the affection. Just like it is said, Advaita Acharya prayed. Advaita Acharya is himself Vishnu. And he tried to correct the situation. He said, my God, these people are so horrible. How do I make them chant name of Krishna? They are not interested. My Lord Krishna, you yourself come down. And he prayed with so much love and so much compassion, seeing the suffering living entities and what can be done. You come down. If you come down, maybe you can do something. And then that's it. So the Krishna came down, why? Why did Krishna come down? Not to kill the demons. Please, Krishna did not come for that. Not to kill Kamsa. This is not the reason Krishna came. That one earthquake can do, one lightning can do. Okay, Krishna came down actually to share the love of, with the have pastime, have, kind of a trailer for the people of the material world. Krishna brought his whole team and had loving pastimes here. to set for an example. Look at the happiness in see, Krishna is not saying, I'm your boss, you follow me. Come to the spiritual world. You don't know you're my servants, you have to follow me. That's not the way anybody will go anyway. So what does Krishna do? Krishna comes here and shows the sweetest of the sweet pastimes in service to Krishna. And he says, oh, look at them. They're so happy in service to Krishna. Why don't I join in that service? You know, that's all people will say. Krishna could have come and shown in another way. That's not the way Krishna works anyway. Krishna does not force anybody. You know? Okay.
However, the time for administrative rectification and the time for Lord Sri Krishna's appearance coincided at the end of the last Dwapara Yuga. Therefore, when Sri Krishna appeared, Vishnu, the Lord of Maintenance, merged with him because all the plenary portions and parts of the absolute personality of Godhead merged with him during his appearance.
So when Shirodhaksha Vishnu told Brahma, I'm coming and I will solve this problem of, the Kamsa and all, yes, he came because he's an expansion of Krishna. He came along with Krishna and he did that work of Kamsa and all killing. Krishna doesn't live Sudarshan Chakra and killing. That, why should he do that? He only lives flute and he plays. Just imagine, if you have a security guard and there is some person making nuisance, will you go fight with them and tell security guard, please take care? So same way, all the expansions of Krishna, they are very happy in service to Krishna. Even though they are Advaita, even though they are not different from Krishna, but still they all enjoy service to Krishna. Balaramji is the first expansion, all is enjoying service to Krishna. Why not other expansions? After Balaram is, Sankarshana, then Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, then there is Narayana, then there is Sankarsha, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. Then from that Sankarshana is Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu. So it's expansion, expansion, expansion. It's always in a mood of service to Krishna. So he is doing that work. Why he will bother Krishna? Krishna's pastime with Radharani, Yashoda never interrupted. And it is the Balaramji and Vishnu expansion, they take care. He is enjoying. It is not that he has to lift his weapon, hey, kya comes aa gaya. Krishna doesn't do that, bhai, please. Krishna is always having sweet pastimes with his devotees. So it just coincided. तू भी चल रहा है क्या? हाँ, चल आजा. साथ आजा. He is not that Krishna is coming for this work. Krishna came for sweet pastimes with the devotees. Chalo, have nice pastimes so that a kind of a trailer we can give. Just like people watch trailer, then they watch the movie. So similarly, a trailer of 125 years attract us to watch the movie of Krishna Leela in the spiritual world. Chalo bhai, spiritual world chalte hain. Take it, that is how it is. So at the same time, hey, I have to go to beat some people. Come along, come along. Chal, just like you are going somewhere for yatra. So Krishna is having yatra to the material world. Come along, come along. So material world also belongs to Krishna. It's a kind of a guest house, like so many people have, the beach houses. So I asked them, no, last 2 years I have not gone. Some rich people are like that. That's the biggest beach house. And he said 2 years he has not gone there. So privilege some people have. So similarly, Krishna is also like that. This material world is also for Krishna's pleasure. It's kind of a beach house. Sometimes he comes, sometimes. And then that is the representation in the Kubja Leela. We see then the Krishna goes and meets Kupcha. And very surprised we are when Krishna goes to Mathura. I stay some time with Kupcha. So we really wonder, what is this? How can some Krishna stay with some other woman? Like that. He just agrees. No, she's Bhudevi. Kupcha is Bhudevi. And Krishna straightening her is actually, solving the problems of Bhudevi, So he straightens her with the thing. And then he spends some time. Because Krishna, with Radharani, Krishna stays all the time. With Bhudevi, sometimes he comes. Therefore, Krishna is the husband of Bhudevi. Bhuvara Leela, you know that. So he spends some time with her. He stays for some time. That's okay. I stay with you. You're a beach house. Sometimes I stay here. I don't stay. But beach house is meant for the Lord's pleasure. Okay. Any questions? It is clear? All these things are clear to everybody?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, continue.
পূর্ণ ভগবান অবতারে যেই কালে আর সব অবতারে তাঁতে আসি মিলে
When the complete Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, all other incarnations of the Lord meet together within him.
নারায়ণ চতুর্ভুজ মৎসাদ্য বতার যুগ মন্নান্তর অবতার যত আছে আর সবে আছে কৃষ্ণ অঙ্গে হয় অবতীর্ণ ওইছে অবতারে কৃষ্ণ ভগবান পূর্ণ।
Let me make it bigger, maybe it will help. Now it is better, Mataji? You can see
নারায়ণ
properly. Anna, you can see. You read this already. Chalo.
Lord Narayana, the four primary expansions, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha, Matsya and the other Leela incarnations, the Yugavataras, the Manvantara incarnations, and as many other incarnations as there are, all descend in the body of Lord Shri Krishna. In this way, the complete personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna himself appears.
Okay, so they belong, their expansion, they are part of Krishna. So just like yeah.
অতএব বিষ্ণু তখন কৃষ্ণের শরীরে বিষ্ণু দ্বারে করে কৃষ্ণ অসুর সংহারে।
At the time, therefore, Lord Vishnu is present in the body of Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna kills the demons through him.
আনুষঙ্গ কর্ম এই অসুর মারণ যে লাগি অবতার কহিসে মূল কারণ।
Thus, the killing of the demons is but secondary work. I shall now speak of the main reason for the Lord's incarnation.
Okay, so understood. It's a very, very, you may be thinking by the mercy, because you receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you're very fortunate. But to explain to others, you need to know all this, Correct? This is external work. The other sampradayas, they cannot even go beyond this. I tell you, how many sampradayas can understand that Krishna actually came to taste the love of the residents of Vrindavan? The Vrindavan Leela is very, very confidential. Very, very confidential. In fact, when I sit with other sampradayas, they cannot even talk about Goloka. Goloka is not known to them. They only know Vaikuntha. That's it. They don't know Goloka at all. They don't know the Lord of the place where he has intimate pastime, where the devotees don't even know that he is the Supreme Lord. Goloka is not revealed. Goloka nam nitidham nitale chatasya devi mahesha haridam ishuteshu teshu is there in Brahma Samhita, but shlokas are there, but what to do? Yes, ma'am.
প্রেম রস নির্যাস করিতে আস্বাদন রাগ মার্গ ভক্তি লোকে করিতে প্রচারণ রসিক শেখর কৃষ্ণ পরম করুণ করুণ এই দুই হেতু হইতে ইচ্ছার উদ্গম।
The Lord's desire to appear was born from two reasons. The Lord wanted to taste the sweet essence of the mellows of love of God, and he wanted to propagate devotional service in the world on the platform of spontaneous attraction. Thus, he is known as supremely jubilant and as the most merciful of all. Purport. During the period of Lord Krishna's appearance, the killing of asuras or non-believers such as Kamsa and Jarasandha was done by Vishnu, who was within the person of Sri Krishna. Such apparent killing by Lord Sri Krishna took place as a matter of course and was an incidental activity for him. But the real purpose of Lord Sri Krishna's appearance was to stage a dramatic performance of his transcendental pastimes at Brajabhumi, thus exhibiting the highest limit of transcendental mellow in the exchanges of reciprocal love between the living entity and the Supreme Lord. These reciprocal exchanges of mellows are called Raga Bhakti or devotional service to the Lord in transcendental rapture. Lord Shri Krishna wants to make known to all the conditioned souls that he is more attracted by Raga Bhakti than Vidhi Bhakti or devotional service under scheduled regulations. It is said in the Vedas, Taittiriya Upanishad 2.7 Raso Vai Saha. The absolute truth is a reservoir of all kinds of reciprocal exchanges of loving sentiments. He is also causelessly merciful and he wants to bestow upon us this privilege of Raga Bhakti. Thus, he appeared by his own internal energy. He was not forced to appear by any extraneous force.
ঐশ্বর্য জ্ঞানেতে সব জগৎ মিশ্রিত, ঐশ্বর্য শিখিল প্রেমে নাহি মোর প্রীত।
Lord Krishna thought, all the universe is filled with the conception of my majesty, but love weakened by that sense of majesty does not satisfy me.
So, if suppose you have a friend and you're always conscious of a very rich person, I tell you, you'll not be able to have friendship with him properly. That will, because that awe and adbhuta, same thing happened to Arjuna. Arjuna was a friend of Krishna. When Krishna showed the Vishwarupa, is adbhuta, wonderstruck seeing such a. So he felt suffocated. Ah, he is not able to connect to Krishna. He is rather offering prayers. He is shaking in fear. What is all this? He said, Krishna, please remove this. I want to have you as my friend. The same thing when even Radharani, when he saw Krishna in Kurukshetra, he said, please, everything is same. You are the same. Everything is same. But I don't like here. Come to Vrindavan. Because I cannot enjoy in this way. There's awe and reverence. Krishna is standing with all armor, with weapons, with so many soldiers. I don't like all this. So devotees who are used to seeing the Lord without awe and reverence, with the intimacy, but presently for us it is needed. We are not even devotees. But we are nowhere. But we are talking about that these devotees who are with awe and reverence and a relationship without awe and reverence, different. For us, even when we worship Radha Krishna, we don't worship them like Radha Krishna. We worship them like Lakshmi Narayana because we need awe and reverence now. We cannot directly jump. You cannot take a stick to Krishna. Krishna, you have become very naughty. Don't do that. Because you meet Sahajiyas, they do like that. I remember I went to somebody's house and he said that. He was telling, yeah, Krishna has become very naughty. I'll come with a stick to meet him. I said, better you don't come because you're not qualified. This is not the way to see the Lord. At this stage we are in.
আমারে ঈশ্বর মানে আপনাকে হীন, তার প্রেমে বশ আমি না হই অধীন।
If one regards me as a supreme lord and himself as a subordinate, I do not become subservient to his love, nor can it control me.
আমারে আমারে তো যে যে ভক্ত ভজে যেই ভাবে, তারে সে ভাবে ভজিয়ে মোর স্বভাবে।
In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. That is my natural behavior. Purport: the Lord, by his inherent nature, reveals himself before his devotees according to their inherent devotional service. The Vrindavana pastimes demonstrated that although generally people worship God with reverence, the Lord is more pleased when a devotee thinks of him as his pet son, personal friend, or most dearest fiancé, and renders service unto him with such natural affection. The Lord becomes a subordinate object of love in such transcendental relationships. Such pure love of Godhead is unadulterated by any tinge of superfluous non-devotional desires and is not mixed with any sort of fruitive action or empiric philosophical speculation. It is pure and natural love of Godhead, spontaneously aroused in the absolute stage. This devotional service is executed in a favorable atmosphere, freed from material affection.
So Vrindavan pastime, although generally the Lord is more pleased to devotee thing as his pet son, and Krishna enjoys such kind of transcendental relationship. Such pure love of God is unadulterated by the tinge of superfluous devotional service. Yes, Mataji.
যে যথা মাং প্রপদ্যন্তে তং তথৈব ভজাম্যহম, মম বর্তানুবর্তান্তে মনুষ্যাঃ পার্থ সর্বশঃ।
Yeah, this is Sanskrit, yeah.
In whatever way my devotees surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Purport. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna affirms that formerly, some 120 million years before the battle of Kurukshetra, he explained the mystic philosophy of the Gita to the sun god. The message was received through the chain of the disciplic succession, but in course of time, the chain being broken somehow or other, Lord Shri Krishna appeared again and taught Arjuna the truths of Bhagavad Gita. At that time, the Lord spoke this verse, Bhagavad Gita 4.11, to his friend Arjuna.
Okay, we stop here today, 9 o'clock. We have time. So those who have time, please read this chapter again and again so you can actually appreciate who is Radharani, and then you can appreciate the Radha Krishna Leela. Okay, Hare Krishna everybody. Darshan. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you Prabhu.
Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much
Hare
Prabhu. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.